Section 3.3, Conditional Statements. A conditional statement is a compound statement using the words if and then. Example, if you build it, he will come, from the great Kevin Costner film, Field of Dreams. Notation, for statements P and Q, P implies Q. Examples, quitters never win. The conditional statement for that, if you are a quitter, then you will never win. If it is difficult to study when you are distracted. If you are distracted, then it is difficult to study. When shopping, you are spending money. If you are shopping, you are spending money. The truth table for P implies Q. If P, then Q. If P is true and Q is true, P implies Q is true. If P is Q and true is false, P implies Q is false. If P is false and Q is true, P implies Q is true. If P is false and Q is false, P implies Q is true. If P, then Q. In the conditional statement P implies Q, the statement P is the antecedent while Q is the consequent. The use of if then in no way implies a cause and effect relationship. If I am driving a car, then I have to pay taxes. It is a true statement because the consequent, the second part of the statement is true. I have to pay taxes is true even if I am not driving a car. Special characteristics of conditional statements. P implies Q is false only when the antecedent is true and the consequent is false. If the antecedent is false, then P implies Q is automatically true. If the consequent is true, then P implies Q is automatically true. In the following examples, we're going to determine the truth value of each statement. T represents true. So a true statement implies that 7 equals 3. T represents true. 7 does not equal 3, so it is false. We're looking at our truth table for a true implies false. The conditional is false. 8 is less than 2 implies false. F represents false. 8 is not less than 2. False and false, so the conditional is true. 4 does not equal 3 plus 1 implies true. 4 does not equal 4 is false. So we have false implies true. False implies true is true. Did I have that wrong? Two statements are logically equivalent if they have the same truth values. We're going to decide whether or not the statements P implies Q And not P or Q are logically equivalent. If P is true and Q is true, P implies Q is true. True, false, the statement is false. False and true, statement is true. False and false, the statement is true. Not P or Q, our options are true and true, true, false, false, true, false, false. Not P is going to be false, false, true, true. And not P or Q, not, so false or true is true, false or false, false, true or true, true, false or true, true. If we look at our column here, P implies Q, not P or Q, those statements are logically equivalent. De Morgan's laws for conjunction and disjunction. For any statements P and Q, not P and Q is equivalent to not P or not Q. Not P or Q is equivalent to not P and not Q. We're going to check our truth table for these laws. Okay. True and true, true and false, false and true, false and false. P and Q, so true and true, true and false, false and true, false and false. Not P and Q, so false, true, true, true. Not P, false, false, true, true. Not Q, false, true, false, true. Not P or not Q. False, true, true, true. Again, looking at our two columns, not P and Q, not P or not Q. Our columns are the same. We showed that those statements are equivalent. Find the negation by applying De Morgan's laws. I got an A or I got a B. The negation, I did not get an A and I did not get a B. She won't try and he will succeed. Negation, she will try or he will not succeed. Not P or Q and not P. The negation, P and not Q or P. A tautology is a statement that is always true, no matter what the truth values of the components. If statements P and Q have the same truth value, P implies Q is a tautology. Other tautologies, P or not P, or P implies P. Writing conditional statements as statements. P implies Q is equivalent to not P or Q. We want to write the statement for the conditional. If it rains, then there will be a flood. There is no rain, or there is a flood. If there is no school tomorrow, then it is a weekend. There is school tomorrow, or it is a weekend. Negation rule for conditionals. The negation of P implies Q is P and not Q. We're going to negate each conditional. If you build it, he will come. The negation is you build it and he will not come. All cats have fleas is the statement. First, we need to write the conditional. If it is a cat, then it has fleas. Now we're going to negate it. It is a cat, and it does not have fleas. Section 3.3, Conditional Statements.